It's Tuesday morning and it's coming up to 6:15 and hubby's just left for work. My son will be getting up in a minute. Now I'm going to see if I can get in a frame slightly because I've got my reef there, so I haven't really got a lot of mirror in the lounge, so I hope you can see me okay. Had a good night. It makes a lot of difference to me when I've had a good night's sleep. I've got a friend coming hopefully for the day. We may be doing some Christmas crafting. I'm not sure if we're going out for a walk or shopping. We're going to see what the weather's like and everything and see how each of us feel. We even may watch a Christmas movie. Yes, I did watch a Christmas movie yesterday and I got my Halloween stuff out. The thing is, the Halloween movies I've got to save for the evenings for the rest of the family because we do go through them. And as I said, we did watch The Mummy off of Netflix, which I thought was really good with Tom Cruise, that one. Hoping to see, I think we've got 3 of them with Brendan Fraser in, so we're hoping to watch those very shortly. So I'll keep you informed what we actually watch. It's a little bit early for the rest of the family to watch Christmas movies, but me and my friend, we are Christmas mad and we can watch Christmas movies. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. So I've got Halloween stuff out and we're doing Christmas crafting and we are probably watching a Christmas movie. So might not be able to do too much filming today, but we shall see. It also depends if I pop out or not. So I'm really still loving this setup. It's a little bit different to what I did last year. I did actually just put music to my Halloween tour, my decor tour. I just want to point this out. What it is, I usually use like the suckers on the mirror, and I did that with my Christmas one because this was, I think last year was the first year this went up. This used to be in my son's room. I was going to get rid of it, and then I suddenly had this brainwave when we was away somewhere. I think it was on the way back, and I said, what about that mirror? If we put it landscape, I'm sure it would look nice, and it does, especially with the fireplace which we got from B&Q. So what I've done is, and I did this last year and it worked out well, I'm not going to actually touch it because I don't want it to slip off. I've actually got behind, to keep it up, is actually my larger wooden candlestick that I got from Next. I usually have them 2 sizes there, and I worked this out last year because the suckers are too heavy. Well, the reef is too heavy for the suckers go on the mirror, and I don't want to start fixing anything else to it. So with using the scarf to hide it, I think it worked out really well. Yes, I probably would have liked it, you know, sort of up on the mirror, but as I say, I'm really pleased with it. Just disappointed I forgot to separate the 2 Harry Potter Christmas decorations. Maybe I'll have to think about that when the Christmas decorations go back up in the loft after this Christmas, to put them separate. We shall see. But as I said, I may keep an eye out to see if I can add anything else. So that's why I was just talking about this. As I said when I was doing my decor video, the reef, actually I got that last year from Home Bargains, really reasonable, and it was easier to do it that way and more reasonable, and it already had this like black and white tinsel with the white skulls on, so I thought it went really well. And these I got, as I said, reduced. These were £2 from Primark. So I really love those, and those skulls, I haven't got that one lit up at the moment, those skulls from Poundland I thought are really good item to purchase. out of everything. The only thing I haven't been managing to get is the little characters that I've seen on YouTube. I haven't been able to see those. I've been in about 4 or 5 different Poundlands. Haven't been able to purchase those. We're going to try again in another one at the weekend. Excuse me. And this box, again, if you've seen my previous videos, especially for last year, I actually got this from the charity shop and I got it for £3. It's solid wood. In a way, you know, I'd like to put maybe, it says a broomstick repair kit, and I was going to do this last year but I never done, is find some items to put in it, maybe a mini broomstick or something. I've just got these spiders. As I said, I got these for 10p from B&M after the season. Brilliant time. And I like these candles. I'm not sure if Poundland have got them again this year. They possibly have. So I'm just sort of giving you a little bit of background on my mantle. This was a brilliant investment. It's electric fire, and no, I haven't actually got my heating on or my fire heat on. This is just the light, although hubby's got to replace one of the bulbs in it. That's why it's brighter one place. Now, I'm trying to think how much it was. I think it might have been £599, something like that. I can't remember, and it just goes lovely. We've had it about, I can't think now, maybe 5 or 6 years, maybe a bit longer. And I think it was one of the best investments. It has actually limited to how we can move our furniture around now, because I used to swap our room around a lot, and I've mentioned this with a few comments recently. I actually transfer a lot of my decor around our home. That's due to the fact that I can't actually move furniture. These leather sofas are the heaviest we've ever had, so I cannot move them. Even that one's not too bad, but that one is really heavy, and we've got a leather sofa up in the games room. Even the armchair, I hope I'm not making you giddy, I cannot move these. So when I'm hoovering, I just hoover where I can sit and get to, and then what I do is I get one of the guys to help me regularly to actually move the furniture out, you know, and hoover behind and everything. It's like I don't like dusting behind there, like I've mentioned, so sometimes I only do the front bit because I don't want to dislodge any cables, because there is quite a lot there. Family members don't mind. So yeah, I'm just filling you on a few bits. As I said, I've got some Christmas crafts coming up. It might seem weird, but I don't tend to do many Halloween or autumn decors. I'm still doing my Christmas cards, and I've got some of those to share as well. Like last year, I am not going to buy any Christmas cards. I'm making them all. That can run expensive, but I tend to try and purchase things when I see them reasonable, especially in our Hobbycraft. They've got a good clearance section, so if you buy pieces when they're reasonable, and just keep it back in mind, it doesn't matter what season it is. If you know, keep in your mind and place those pieces in your home where you can find them. Like in my craft cubby, I've got a box that I keep all my Christmas bits in, and another box that keeps any kits in, and any other, I've got another box that I can put any crafting pieces in, so I know where to find these things. The amount of times I've spoken to family members and I said, like, you know, purchasing birthday cards as a, you know, a large amount, you know, especially Card Factory. If you just want an array of different cards, I think they were doing like 6 to 10 for £1 and things like that, and put them in a box. But there is one family member that turns around and says, I don't know where I put them. But I said, if you put things in a place that you can find them, or group like for like, you can find them a lot easier. And I've learnt this through the years, and as I keep saying, I'm very much into organising and storage. So most things I will be revisiting around our home, because they've worked. They work for me. They might not work for you, but they might give you ideas on how you know, to store things, especially as Christmas comes up, because you've got another lot on top of everything else, and that includes Christmas planning. Yes, I do plan really early for Christmas, and budget and everything, and each year my budget gets lower and lower and lower. This year, except for our granddaughter, obviously, which we're still waiting on what to purchase her for for Christmas, because she's just had a birthday. As people probably know if you've got kids, and their birthdays are close to Christmas. I mean, hubby has always been a little bit of a problem because his birthday is Christmas Eve. So I have that on top of everything else. In fact, I have got a number of birthdays over the Christmas week. I've got one, as I say, hubby's Christmas Eve. I've got a relative that's the day after Boxing Day. I've got my mother-in-law who's the New Year's Day, the 1st of January, and I've got a couple of others as well. So it does get a busy, and that's why I have to be on top of everything and make sure I'm ahead, and it just limits that stress level. This became a big issue, especially when I went back to work. Originally, I was a carer for nearly 15 years, so I had to be pretty organised then, because most of the time I actually worked all through Christmas, unless it was your shift off, which didn't always work out well. It rarely worked out that I got any time off like Christmas or New Year. So the main time was the millennium, the year 2000, New Year's Eve. I did have a massive party here, and people basically just slept where they fell. We didn't drink. We did have a few family members, which were a bit worse for wear the next day, after me and hubby cooked this big turkey dinner, and it was just me, hubby, and my 2 sons at the time sitting at the table, because we ended up having to be a taxi service to take certain members back home because they were not well enough. So that's enough, I think, rabbiting, but I wanted to just, you know, fill you in. I've got quite a lot of content coming on. I'm just getting my house sort of sorted out this week. We were away last weekend. We are going to the farm again this weekend, so I've got these like 5 days to try and get you know, things done and sorted. And I think I may do this in a separate video. It's like when I do get gifts in, I do tend to wrap them straight up, especially for Christmas. As I said, sweets, biscuits, things like that, so they're not eaten. And I think that may have to be a separate video. I do keep a certain amount of Christmas wrapping paper in one of our wardrobes, because and the rest gets stored up in the loft, because that's just because sometimes I'm wrapping up in November. That is due to the fact that when we're travelling around visitors and everything, you know, especially as, no disrespect, but a lot of our family now are on the senior side, and we have got a few members now that don't drive, so we have to get in quite early. And you know, sometimes leaving everything to December is not possible because due for work commitments and you know, weather-wise. So we tend to sometimes start the end of November, and then we provisionally may say, well, we'll pop in maybe in December, you know, a certain day, and sort of ring them either the night before or the day, you know, that morning, to see if it's still okay to come, or weather-wise. So yeah, that's another thing that comes into planning. I do plan early to visit people as well, and family members. So yes, it is now coming up to 6:30. I have, as I said, reset the home. I've got a couple of Halloween cushion covers on, as I've said. They both came from Amazon. I did originally want to purchase another cushion cover, but I reined it in, and it was to do with Hocus Pocus. So yeah, we've left that. And said last year we did purchase the Mr. Cauldron. So, and I just got some Siggy things to put away. Hubby left those out last night. That's usually within my 10 item, and it's a bit dark, but I'm really pleased how my shelves came out. And I know it was in my video, but I think it was in my video, I did sort out my candle. I got this after Halloween, I think last year. This has still got the ticket on, £3.99 from B&M, and I just love this because it's got the boo on, it's got the lovely lid, it smells gorgeous just leaving the lid off, and I think it's like Bath and Body Works, dare I say, sort of look. I'm sure that's what's online quite a bit. So yeah, and B&M do some nice candles. I try and only buy ones, although I like the packaging, I try and only buy those ones that are, you know, smelling nice, but sometimes you just love the packaging, don't you? I haven't actually lit that one. I do have my little pumpkins there that I'm sure come from Poundland a few years ago, and they got just battery operated candles. It's the same as all of this, to tell you the truth, and these I think I purchased last year that light up. I don't think I actually light any candles over Halloween and Christmas. So I got that candle, but I didn't light it last year. So I think that is enough introduction for today. As I say, I'm not sure exactly what else I'll be doing today. As I say, I've got a visitor come in. So I'll leave my video here and see how the day goes.